Hi guys, welcome. I'm just getting quickly set up for you guys now. Just bear with me a moment. Okay, not liking that view, so I'm just going to turn it around. Hi Nick and Tina. Hi Maya. Hi Abby. Hi Eva. Thank you very much for coming in and joining me. So yeah, today we're going to be starting the Herb Leonhard Love Fantasy feature that we have on over at Canvas and Colour. And this is the image that you can colour along with. If you haven't got the image, you don't have to actually colour along as I colour. You can do that in your own time, in your own pace. If you just go onto our Facebook group, and in the event on the wall there is this picture. This picture will be available for 4 weeks, and then after, I think it's 3 or 4 weeks, then after the event is finished, then this picture will be removed. And it is from his Fae Nouveau colouring book, which we are going to be giving away a physical copy today. That's going to be signed by Herb himself and sent you directly. So it's absolutely fantastic that he's able to do that for us. And I'm going to try something a bit different and new today with yourselves. I'm going to be using inks. So I've got some Winsor Newton inks, and I'm going to be using them. I've just swatched them out just before I came on live, and this is what we have. So this is the full range. I'll bring it closer so you can see. So we have a canary yellow, we have a sunshine yellow, orange, vermilion, scarlet, deep red, purple, violet, blue, ultramarine. We have emerald, brilliant green, peat brown, nut brown, black, silver, gold, and a white. So that's the full range collection. It's not loads of colours, even though when you do set them out, they do look like there's loads of bottles. The bottles are just little, just like this, little glass bottles. And the colours that you do get are lovely, bright. They're very, very saturated, but you can actually mix them as well, or you can wash them down into something like watercolor like. So it's very versatile medium to use. So who's coming now? Let's have a look. Hi, Dusty. So yes, so we're going to start with this. Let's have a look. So where shall we start? And actually, guys, just to let you know, this gentleman here sitting on the mushroom is actually Herb himself. So it's actually a self-portrait of Herb with his fairy wings and a frog. And you've got the Nouveau style, and then the mushrooms and the plants. And it just gives you a glimpse. And he's got his paintbrush, gives you a glimpse of his character, his personality, and just a sense of who he is as a person. So I thought this image would be absolutely perfect. All right. So can everybody see and hear me okay? If so, give us a thumbs up or an okay. Hi, Suze. Everything fine. Fantastic. Okay. Right, so just going to try and bring this up a little bit, try and get the full image in. Hi, Shirley. Tilt. Hi, Lizette. Just in time. Just trying to get this in the right line. Is that right now, guys? There we go. Okay, so I think we should start off. I'm going to start off with some watercolor actually, because I'm going to do his skin. And what I've got for you guys, I was actually sent something by Art Philosophy, which make the is it Prima or Primer? Prima or Primer watercolors. They also do some coloring books as well. And I've waited and waited and waited for you guys to come on stream so I can actually show you them. I haven't actually took them out the packaging. So got a little tin like this. This is the complexion range. So this is all the skin tones that they've kindly sent me. Comes in a little tin. And you get a little swatch card as well. And then we get all these lovely colours here. Oh, thank you. I love having you here. It's absolutely fantastic having you guys here. And it wouldn't be canvas and colour without the colour, and you guys certainly are the colour in my life. So it's absolutely fantastic having you here and supporting what I do, and seeing you be creative makes me happy. And seeing you guys make friends, interact with each other, and with other colorists and with artists is absolutely fantastic. And it certainly makes it worthwhile and very satisfying to see that. And I feel like, you know what, by doing so, I'm making a little bit of a difference in the world. So thanks, guys. It probably is a bit slow if you're in two streams on both devices. Then it might be a little bit slow. If you've got another device, so if you've got a laptop and a tablet, or if you've got a tablet and a phone, laptop and a phone, then maybe try two different devices. It might not be as bad. And I've just flung the first colour on the floor. You can tell we're live, guys. So let's unwrap these. So obviously we've got a black. Obviously I don't think you'd use this directly as a skin tone. I think it's designed just to help mix, and if you want to deepen your skin tones. It's not quite broke. It's still there. But yes. Then we have coconut. So I quite like these names. They've got very nice names. It's like opening sweets, which I think everyone else calls it candy. We say sweets. And then we have tiki. So these are very exotic names. So it's very like Caribbean or Caribbean, however you want to pronounce it. We have peach cobbler. Oh, thanks, guys. Now, whoever's been in Dev's stream, don't start on me and get me all teary. As to say, big boys don't cry. Oh, never late. Shelley's just fashionably late, aren't you, Shelley? Oh, what was that colour? Sorry, I've just started unwrapping without telling you the colours. That one was... What colour was that one? That one's lemonade. So it must be like a pink lemonade. Do I have super chat? What's super chat? It's not blame the watercolors, not me. This one is gold. That's fine, Claire. Hello, Claire. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for joining in. That one was Cavan. Then we have Bear. We have Redwood. And then we have Chant. I like the name of this one. Namaste. Claire, these are art philosophy, watercolor complexion, primer, complexion range. They do different sets, so this is like all the skin tones, and then they do a shimmering. I think they're called shimmering lights or something like that. Where it's got a bit of shimmer. They have pastel range. They have the dark range. I think they've got like a summer range, and they all come in these little tin packaging. And these are the professional range, and they're about £18 to £20 each, which in dollars probably works at about $22. They also do the colouring books. So have you seen the primer princess colouring books? You've got two of them. That's exactly the same company that do these watercolours. And then this image on the front cover of the packaging is a cover of one of the colouring books. So you've probably seen that around. Well, I hear that the shimmer ones aren't very glittery. They're just a little bit of a sheen, which is quite nice. I do have the Gansi Tambi Starry Colours. This is by Curatech or Curatake. And these are quite nice. Yeah, they're definitely in America because the lady that I spoke to, Tammy, she sent them from the USA. So yeah, guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to quickly swatch these so we know what our skin color. I can't put my teeth back in. So we know exactly what skin colors what we've got here, and then we can get on with the coloring. The reason why you're here. Has anybody got their coloring with them now, or are you coloring this image, or are you coloring a different image? Right, I'm going to start with the lightest here, guys, just so I'm not messing these colors up. So this was Lemonade. That's fine. As I say, Lizette, you can colour it along with me, or you can do it in your own time, in your own pace. Entirely your choice. As I say, it's meant to be enjoyable. So that was Lemonade. So that's very, very light pinky tone. Then we've got a Peach Cobbler. So obviously these colours are going to be lighter when wet. It's quite a nice tone there. Hi, Helen. And hello, anybody else that came in that I've not managed to catch you in chat yet. And then we've got gold. Now, I don't think this is actually going to be gold. It's going to just be like that sort of olivey yellow tone. Where to next? Chant. So with watercolor or any sort of wet medium, it's always recommended that you do light to dark rather than dark to light. So that's why I'm not doing these in the order of the color chart. This is Namaste. Oh, happy birthday, Maya. I would sing happy birthday, but my voice is not that good. I don't think you'd have a happy birthday if I was singing happy birthday to you. This is Coconut. Well, I hope you got absolutely spoilt today. And you got loads of nice art goodies. And thank you very much for spending your birthday with us. That's very nice of you. That's right, Chili. If you don't know what you're doing, just click loads of things, and eventually you'll get where you need to be or what you want to do. That's what's next. Redwood. Well, you don't know until you try. At first you don't succeed, try again. And after last week's disaster with them watercolor brush pens, to come back on live stream and do water-based media again, take some guts. This is Cavan, or Cavan. Unite. Shelley, they are the Art Philosophy Primer or Prima Complexion watercolor palette. Tiki. You can get them on Amazon, so any Amazon, whether it's USA, UK, Europe as like France, etc. I'm pretty sure that you can get them anywhere on Amazon. And I'm sure you can get them on Amazon Australia as well, because when I first got them, I showed them to Belinda, and then I think she's bought a couple of sets to show you guys. Black. And I think she's purchased the shimmering ones, which I do want to get after trying these out. And then lastly, this is Bay. I'll show you the packaging again. So they are Art Philosophy by Prima, which is Prima, Watercolor Confections, and this is the complexion range. So guys, this is what we have. I think we're out of focus here. I'll turn them around. So yeah, it's got quite nice skin set here. The only thing I have noticed in this set that you don't get, you get a black, but you don't get a white. Now, if it was me, I would probably say I would probably not want the black in the skin set, because the chances are I'm not going to use black, and more likely I'm going to use white to lighten colours. But overall, they look really good. And guys, whoever's just came in, for the rest of the image, we are going to be using our Winsor Newton inks. These are the drawing inks. Just swatched these out before. So this is the range, this is the entire collection. And you can mix them, you can water them down to do like a wash, like a watercolor effect, or you can keep them as vibrant as they come in the bottle. So let's just get our image. The paper I'm going to be using is a cold pressed watercolor paper. And I just got it from Hobbycraft, which is a UK art and supply store. I do believe Hobbycraft and Michaels are the same company. So it might be able to get it from Michaels, because Hobbycraft and Michaels are the same company. Okay guys, so let's start. I'm going to get a little brush. And just going to plan out the skin tone. So obviously I'm going to try and keep it to the colours of Herb himself, which is this gentleman here. And he is a light complexion, so we're probably going to use peach cobbler, lemonade, and a bit of chant. We might use some either coconut namaste for the shaded area. Actually guys, just looking into the swatch now, I believe the gold that's in the palette, it's like a champagne gold, and it has got a little shimmer to it, guys. So just thought I'd let you know that. It's a fantastic image, and it is free for you to color if you join our group, Canvas and Color on Facebook. You can get this image from the event page, and you can color it for free. It's only going to be available for about 3 weeks, and then it will be taken down. And this is from his Fae Nouveau. This is Fae Nouveau colouring book, which we are going to give away a copy tonight, which is a physical copy, and it is signed by Herb himself, and that'll be sent to whoever wins the raffle. Thanks, Helen. Now let's have a look. I'm gonna need a couple of mods, so I might nominate a couple of yours. Helen, I've sent you a request. Shelley, where is Shelley? That's your admin on the group. There we go, guys. Okay. So let's start with skin. So we're going to go with the lightest. So the lightest that we have here, I believe, is the Peach Cobbler. And we're just going to give it a wash of colour all over. I am going to leave some white highlight in places. But we do, in case I do go over the white areas that I need, I have got the white Winsor & Newton ink, which if you are not really wanting to use ink medium from the bottle, and you're looking for something for putting highlights into like the eyes and for like shine, then the actual Winsor & Newton drawing ink white is really good for that, and it lasts absolutely ages. I think Canada does have them as well. All right, what do they call them, Charlie? Yeah, Primo Marketing is another name of the company, so it'll be Primo Marketing. That's what I normally know them as is that name. But on the actual box, when you get them, it does say Art Philosophy. So I think Art Philosophy must just be the actual range of the watercolor sets themselves. So they have like different ranges. Art Philosophy must just be their professional range. I'm not so worried about losing the black lines here. I can always add them back in later if I want to, or I can use a darker color and just make it look more natural. Do they look different at all, or is it just the name? Oh, they look the same. Now I do have the Princesses 2 colouring book, which has got watercolor paper in it, and it's absolutely lovely images in there. It's by an artist called Gloria. Can't remember her last name. I think it's Latin or Spanish surname, but they are absolutely lovely illustrations. I do want the first one, but the first one seems to be quite difficult to get hold of now, and I think they are discontinuing them. They are fantastic. It is a shame that they are going to be discontinued. So once they are gone, they won't be reprinting them. That is probably a good thing. You can obviously, if you get the book, you can scan them and then change the paper if you don't want to use watercolor. So where it's less color on the hand here, I'm just pushing down where there's more color, just to get an even layer, an even finish. See guys, this is probably where I would have liked that white in the set to lighten this, because this tone has got a slight, with it being peach, it has got a slight orange tone to it. But I suppose in the other sets you'll probably will have a white, but yet again you probably have a black as well. So would prefer the white in the skin set than the black. Watercolor is really fun, actually, Abby. It's not. It's probably out of all of the paints you can paint with, I would say it's the most forgiving. Because obviously, if you make a mistake or something's not quite right, you can wet it again and then reactivate it. As long as you have good watercolor paper as well and good watercolors, because some watercolors you can use can leave a chalky feel when they're dry, which is not very nice. And when you do paint over that, you get a very I don't know, it looks quite dry, like a dry effect, like a bit too dry. Yeah, so if you do want to have a look at Herb's colouring pages, he does have some digital single pages. His colouring books are just physical copies. To be honest, they are quite very reasonable price. I think they're only about five to £6, which works out to be less than $10. So they are very good price, but obviously then you've got your shipping on top. But he does the single pages as well. So if Shelley or Helen, if you've got a spare moment, just nip over to Etsy and then type in the Prancing Pony Gifts, I think it's called, and that's Herb's shop. How is that again? I'm actually going to get me a little palette, mixing palette, and just going to water some down. Oh yes, guys! Happy St. Paddy's Day for anybody who's celebrating. So it's also is it Maya or is it Mia? If I'm pronouncing it wrong, is it if it's Maya, just type in 1, and if it's Mia, press 2, just so I've got the right pronunciation. But it's her birthday today, so on St. Patrick's Day. It comes up mugs. So it's the Prancing Pony Gifts. Or you can just type in Herb Leonhard and it probably comes up with your shop as well. And it'll show you all these colouring books. It'll show you single pages. So for the next 3 weeks, guys, every Sunday at 8 p.m. GMT time, which is the same time as it was 40 minutes ago, we will be continue with his colouring, and we'll be also raffling off one of his books. So this week's is Fae Nouveau. If you haven't seen the flip through for it, it is on the Canvas and Colour page, and it is here on YouTube as well. If you go onto my channel page, there's a flip through of it on there, or have a quick look of it on Etsy. And then next week, it's going to be Fairy Nouveau. And then the week after that, it's Fantasy Nouveau. And the Fantasy Nouveau is mainly what you've got in the Colour in Heaven issue of this month's, last month's. It's coming to an end now. And that's where mainly it's got mostly dragons, princesses, knights in that one. Where is this week's and next week's, it's all fairies. Done in a Art Nouveau style. Eva's got it there. So that's the link there. Eva's just put it in. Oh, it's on Amazon as well. I didn't know it was on Amazon. Amazon would be great. Probably it'll just be Amazon US, I would imagine. Amazon US and Canada. I don't think it's on UK. Okay, so we'll go in with the lemonade. just ever lightly. Hey, Belinda. We're just talking about the watercolors that I'm using, which is the primer or primer collection, and we're talking about the complexion ones which I'm using. And people were mentioning the shimmering ones. And I think when we last spoke about these, you were going to be getting the shimmering ones. Is that right? Did you get them? Oh, I think they're the colourful shimmer ones, aren't they, Helen? I've got them. I've got them in the metallic golds collection, which is these, and they're quite nice. I've got the Curatic original set, which comes in a nice. It looks like a nice presentable cardboard box, and it's got I think it's Chinese or Japanese writing on it, and it's an absolutely beautiful set. And they're really nice watercolors. And them ones are full pans, where these are just half pans. You've got the complexion ones. Well, they are nice. As I say, the colours are lovely. I have swatched them. I'll just give you a quick show, Belinda. The only thing that I would have liked instead, Belinda, is with the complexion. They give you a black, and I'm not sure as to why I would want to use black in skin tone. I would have preferred a white because the skin tones are very warm, and I would have liked the white to kind of tone that down. But the brown tones are absolutely gorgeous. Just think for the light skin tones would need that white. So I might have to grab a white watercolor in a second. And I'm just using cold press watercolor paper. Yes, I saw, Belinda, you've been using your Intense, which you've been using for the Unky image. And from what I've seen, it looks really good. The Inktense pencils are lovely. I would say I prefer the Inktense than the watercolors, because the watercolor pencils by Derwent, I found that they just didn't give up much color, and the Inktense are just lovely. Probably the best pencil range that they have is the Inktense. Right, I'm gonna have to grab a white. So I'm just gonna get my Winsor & Newton watercolors. As this Mysteria. See, I love the illustrations and I love the book, and I don't mind the cross hatching, because Kelly also does that. Kelly Gomeron does that with her shading. I don't mind that, but I know some people don't particularly like it. See, guys, as soon as I'm adding a bit of white in, it's just toning down that orange tone. I think if you use any watercolor or Inktense in Mysteria, I think it would work absolutely fine, as long as you use minimal water and you let it dry before you add more water on top. So you do so much, let it dry, and then you go back in again. I've seen people use the Inktense blocks, and what they do is they buy the little half pans empty, like these, and they break 2 bits of the block and put them in a little pan set, and then they get an empty pan palette, and then they create their own little Inktense palette block, which is a good idea. Yeah, they do sell them in the pan set, but the pan set are you only very limited to so many colors. And I do have them, and actually they're just right here. As good as they are, the color selection's not great. So that's the Inktense pan set. And what you're getting a sunflower, a mango, poppy red, dark plum, mid marine, bright blue, racing green, which is like a very dark green. You get a teal green, kiwi, burnt yellow ochre, natural brown, and a black. So you don't get a white, so you can't pre-lighten with them. And you don't get. Let's have a look. What else don't you get? Yeah, so it's just mainly the white that's missing, I would say, in regards to on the set. So guys, in about half an hour, I'm going to do the raffle for the signed copy of Fae Nouveau. So stay tuned and we'll be doing that raffle soon. Now, all books will be sent out at the same time. So in 3 weeks' time, after we've drawn the last person, all books will be sent out at the same time, signed by Herb himself. And they are nice in book form. They are pretty much double-sided, but the way that he's done the illustration like this on the left, and then on the right, he's got like a little story of that particular fairy with just like some flowers around the border. So if you did want to use like alcohol markers, then you wouldn't be ruining much on the back. Yeah, it is worldwide. So as I say, we're not limited to any particular part of the world. Say I'm in the UK and I believe Herb's in the USA. There is a palette with white. I'll have to check that out. I think it'd be great. Do you know if they? I don't know. When I checked, they didn't, but they might do now because I haven't looked in a while. Do they sell the half pans as singles now, or have they not started to do that yet? That's all right. Well, I just had mine before I came on live. We had very English, good old bangers and mash, which David cooked for me nicely. Makes a change for him cooking. Yeah, so Belinda's on in about 2 hours. Is that right? 2 hours time. And she's instead of doing a colouring, she's doing a big haul. Now I have lost a little bit of detail there in the eyes, but I'll go back in with that when it's dry. So the thing with watercolor, you can draw on top of it. So I'm just going to let that dry for a little bit. No, Belinda, I've printed mine off on loose watercolor paper. This image itself is what's available on Canvas and Color page. So if you go onto our Canvas and Color Facebook page, and then go into the events section, click on the events tab, and then in the events tab on the wall is this image that Herb has kindly given us, which is from his Fae Nouveau colouring book, and it's available for free for the next 3 weeks, and then after that it will be taken down. But from what I know, the books are quite good paper. They're quite thick. They are good quality from what I know. And I think he has got a couple more books that I'm not showing at the moment. Like there is what's it called? Is it something Nouveau? It's I think it's Nouveau Legends or Legends Nouveau, and that has foldouts, like fold out pages. And also he is featured in the February Colouring Heaven, and it's still on sale at the moment, and it's going to be taken off sale on Wednesday because the new one, which is the Hannah Lynn, is going to go on sale on Wednesday. So if you want to get a copy of that before it comes off sale, then go over to Anthem Publishing website and you can get a copy. Most of the images are in that are from his Fantasy Nouveau book, which is going to be the third book that we're going to give away, so in 3 weeks' time. So there's loads of princesses, knights, dragons, and that. There's some gods and goddesses as well, so there's some of Legend Nouveau in there as well. He's been around for quite some time, and it's great that he's now actually got the recognition that he does deserve, because he's a great artist and he's a lovely gentleman. He's he's got a great personality. He's quite the character. He's always creating art, but he's also creating like costumes, and he goes to festivals dressed in fantasy costumes. So he's quite the character. So he is great to follow on Facebook. And I love anything Art Nouveau, because Alfonso Mucha, when I was at art college, was my favorite classical artist. Just going to turn the paper slightly. This is just a slightly darker tone. So with skin, you're just going to have to layer your skin tones. See you in a bit. See you later, Suze. Sorry guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, what happened is I accidentally pulled the cable from my camera, so the power went off. So oopsie. So yeah, we're back now. No, I'm back. I'm back. No, it's the same stream. It's the same stream. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. As I say, I was coloring away, and then the wire in front of us, which is connected to the camera above me, it decided to come out, and I pulled it accidentally, and we lost connection. So I'm just going to refresh my page to see if it's working. If your quality is dropped, don't do 240. Just click on the settings button, which is a little cog thing, and then change it back to the best quality, because I've just had to do that for mine. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. Awesome. Back. Everyone's back now. Shelly, if you click on the settings bit on the screen, so if you hover over the screen, you should see a little what looks like a cog. Click on that. It says settings, and then click on quality. If it's dropped down to 240, 144, then you just want the highest number, so like 480 or above, to get a better quality. Excellent. Because I've just had to do that as well. When I refreshed the page, it went down automatically to 240. Now I'm just blending this all in, guys, just with a bit of water, just so it doesn't look patchy. But yeah, being live, it's these things are bound to happen. Nothing goes perfect when you're live. When you're not live, you can edit things out, but this you can't. So you just got to roll with it. Just thinking, should we use a little bit of red wood, just a tiniest bit? Now it looks a bit harsh at the moment, but we'll blend it out. Yes, make sure you're on live chat and not top chat. I've just had to change mine back. Thanks, Helen. It's quite therapeutic using watercolors. And the good thing is, if you put a color on and it's too harsh, and you're like, oh my god, you just add more water and you can just literally wash it out. Which is what I'm doing with this sharp red color. When I first put it on, it looks like, oh my god, I've ruined it. But just wash it out and it just blends in with the other skin tones, which is what you want because you want the warmth. And you want it to look as three-dimensional as possible. Oh, pizza. Pretzel pizza. What is a pretzel pizza? What? I have never heard of that. It's definitely got to be an American thing. Okay, sounds interesting. That definitely has to be an American dish because you guys are always experimenting with putting foods together, like two different foods, making it into one. I've started over here. I think it's came from a different country, but it came over here doing dessert pizzas now. Where it's like a chocolate pizza. But I've never actually tried a chocolate pizza, what it's like. So it looks like everybody's having pretzel pizza, just not me and Helen. So guys, in about 10 minutes, we're going to be doing the raffle. Now everyone's just talking about food. I'm going to need a little bit more white. Am I not showing you what I'm doing? Loretta, I was using the Primer Marketing complexion watercolor palette. I'm using my Winsor Newton Cotton white just to blend them in because you don't get a white in the set. But so far, I'm enjoying them. But yeah, for light skin tone, I think you do need to have a white in the collection just to make sure you can blend everything in. I think let me know if I'm right. Blender's on in about an hour and a half. Is that right? So there'll be about an hour break before the next live stream. They are nice, Loretta. I know Blender's just bought them as well after I got some. And they lay down very nice. They're not dry and chalky, which some watercolors are. When I was at college, the main source of painting that I used was watercolor. We didn't really have gouache at that time, which I do like using as well because it's in between an acrylic and a watercolor, and you can use it like either or. But watercolor's always been my main type of painting. I don't have the patience for oils because they take forever to dry, and acrylic, I just get it dries too fast, and you have to be very quick with it because you can't water it down and reactivate it where you can with watercolor. So watercolor is definitely the pain for me. See you in a bit, Belinda. Shelly, if you've got $100 gift card, then why not try them? But yeah, these skin tones are really nice actually. I like these. I think we're almost at the point where I can't really do anything else with the skin tone until it's dry. So in a second, I'm going to stop. We'll do the raffle. And then once we've done the raffle, it should have hopefully dried. Because watercolors does dry quite quickly. So whilst I'm just finishing the part of the skin up, does either Helen or Shelley want to go ahead and explain the rules for the raffle? It's just exactly the same way as Belinda does it. So you pick a number between 1 and 100. Be right back, guys. Oh, you want my accent, do you? So Shelley has just explained the rules. So I was just waiting until Shelley had finished the rules, and I was just taking a quick break. So let's have a quick look. Has she said all the rules? Awesome. So if everybody's seen the rules, if you can just type the word ready when you're ready. Yeah, we'll just do 1 to 50 since obviously there's only a handful at the moment. Yeah, so we'll do 1 to 50, yeah, guys. Oh yeah. So what we're if you weren't in earlier, so what we are raffling is we're raffling a physical copy of Herb's Fae Nouveau coloring book, and it's going to be a signed copy as well. So not only do you get a physical copy, but it's also going to be signed. So is everyone ready? Go go go! So it's 1 to 50, guys. Any number between 1 and 50. So if you just come into the stream, you need to pick a number between 1 and 50 to be entered into the... Hi guys, sorry about that. Make this quick because the it keeps coming off. So the winning number was 25.